Socialism and the dumb vote. I had this sent over to me. 53% of likely voters under 40 want socialist for president in 2028. This is according to Rasmussen. 48% of white voters, 64% of black voters, 62% of Hispanic voters, 52% of other minority voters under 40 said they would want a socialist candidate to win. And sent to me, and this was the comments. If this poll is accurate, we are in for big trouble. The fools who want a communist government apparently are not aware that not one government of this type has been successful, and things will not improve for them under a socialist communist regime. But of course, they have propagandized by the leftist educational system to believe the tripe about collectivism. If they do take over, I would recommend spending your money before they confiscate it with higher taxes and possibly direct confiscation. Possibly a few states would become sanctuary states for individual rights, ignore any policies coming out of D.C. Sadly, this could start another civil war. When you consider the national debt, the coming failure of Social Security and Medicare, coupled with the inability of D.C. to cut spending, I see a dangerous future. If it does come down to defending freedom, I will take one for the team to preserve it. Then I saw this story as well. Image of capitalism slips to 54% in the United States. Okay, we'll talk about this. Again, it's a topic that I've talked about on many occasions here on the program. First and foremost, we don't run a capitalist system. Okay? To everybody out there, you remember the Republican Party, you are a big-time Trump supporter. What we're dealing with right now is it's not capitalism. Shaking down companies for whether it be U.S. Steel, whether it be NVIDIA, whether it be, it doesn't make any difference. Intel, okay, that's not capitalism. Subsidizing certain industries is not capitalism. What we have right now is something completely different. Now, you will have areas of the country where capitalism does thrive and exist, communities, towns, whatever it may be. On the national level, you've got to be kidding me. In fact, as a money manager, I need to understand the concept of regulatory capture and how businesses can protect themselves based upon their tie-ins to government officials, government in of themselves, their ability to have regulations, how regulations can help big business. And when you think big business, people think monopoly man, they think capitalism. No. Capitalism is the ability to go out there and compete, go out there and build a better mousetrap so people can beat a path to your door. What we've done here in this country, and this is not just right now, this has been going on for some time, is not capitalism. What we've talked about in the program here when it comes to the housing market here in the United States. How can it be that the median price home far exceeds even what the median income can afford? That's a disconnect. That's not the free market. That's manufactured to the upside. And yeah, God willing, there'll be a reckoning, but we don't have reckonings anymore. We don't allow automakers to go out of business. We don't allow banks to fail. We bail them out. You couple this with the fact, okay, and I think I might have mentioned this last week before here on the program, okay, 54%, it's either 53 or 54, I can't remember off the top of my head, Americans read at the 6th grade level. Get your arms around that. Years ago, I guess I remember, this is back when Obama was running against McCain. One of the radio networks, I'm on a lot of their stations around the company, Salem Radio Network. They had a radio show host back, and his name was Michael Medved. Very intelligent guy, soft-spoken, articulate. He was a big John McCain supporter in the primary all the way through. And I argued with him in his points. Again, I had a great deal of respect for Michael Medved, some of the things that he had done throughout his career, what he built, but I'm like, you're wrong. You're wrong. He was talking about how McCain could bring the independent voters are coming to McCain. I'm like, what? Independent voters? People even basically label themselves as independent. You got to think about how small the percentage that is. And I explained to him, I said, it's not about that. Okay. Barack Obama was running on nothing. He was running on hope and change. Hillary Clinton cleaned his clock in the Democratic debates. I mean, he made him look stupid. I've gone over that when he was, basically, had backed in a corner when it came to raising taxes. It was brutal. It wasn't about that. And I've talked about this. It's about the dumb vote. Now, we've made it very easy here in this country to vote. We have. In the past, before we had mail-in voting, all this stuff out there, the dumb vote, those people couldn't be bothered to get themselves up and go to the polls on election day. And again, I'm sorry, okay? All of you people think it's independent vote. It's not. It's always about the people that could be swayed as easily as possible. And you can go back. Bill Clinton, when he was president, put something into place. It's called the motor voter law, where you go to get your driver's license and whoop, you want to register to vote? Rock the Vote, same time. MTV, back when they used to play music videos, started this whole thing with Rock the Vote and trying to get the young people out registering to vote. And they made it almost like this great thing. You'd have rock stars doing it, telling people, you got to go out to vote, rock the vote. Wah! Puff Daddy had this one thing, was vote or die was the thing that he was pushing at one time. Again, South Park made fun of that. It was a hilarious episode. I actually wrote a column about this years. I said, thank you for not voting. But you think you're doing the country solid when you don't have a clue? All right, let me ask you a question, okay? Someone's car, you see someone's car is on the side of the road, and I don't know, the smoke coming out the hood, right, whatever it may be, and you have no clue on how to go about fixing that car. But you decide to go over and you're going to start messing around and taking things apart and doing stuff with the engine, but you don't have a clue. Are you helping, or are you making things worse? If you don't know, don't frickin' vote. Vivek stole my idea. Vivek stole my, I'm not sure if you heard me saying or whatever it may be. It's a great idea. You shouldn't be allowed to vote unless you can pass a basic citizenship test. You want to graduate from high school here in the United States, they give you a basic citizenship test. You can't pass it. You can't vote. Hey, listen, you have to pass a written test to get a driver's license, then you have to pass a driver's test. Is it so much in order for you to get a high school diploma and the ability to vote, you to pass a basic citizenship test? And listen, okay, you could take it multiple times. You could take it over and over and over and over again. And if you're you really want to vote, you really want to have your voice heard, well, you know what? You better be able to pass that test. You could take it again and again and again. Did you know how many idiots that would take out of the voting pool? And I'm sorry, I don't mean to, you're calling people idiots. That's mean. Listen, you're willfully ignorant at this point in time. How else am I supposed to sugarcoat it? You've got yourself a bloody phone that can have access to any bit of information out there. You choose to use it to make TikTok videos of yourself. What do you want me to tell you? That I'm thrilled? Oh, yeah, I voted. People putting stickers on all of this crap. It's just plain stupid. Again, I know I've mentioned this story before. I'll share it one more time. I learned this in sixth grade. I learned it in sixth grade, lost an election in sixth grade to become class president to a young girl in our class that her platform at the time was everyone was going to go to Disney World for spring break. It was going to be a class trip. Right. I grew up, went to a public school in upstate New York. There was no way, no how that there was ever going to be any class trip to Disney World. Are you kidding me? But she won. Get my drift? You understand what I'm getting at here? WatchDog on wallstreet.com.